Hey everyone, welcome back to Is Your Six Covered. Today we're going to talk about shooting timers and how beneficial they can be, whether you're a brand new shooter or a well-seasoned shooter as well. Depending on if you're just a guy that likes to go to the range, shoot some paper, whether it's years go by or whether you try to shoot weekly or whatever the case is, a shooting timer can definitely help bump up your talent as far as speed and even accuracy. The more we practice, the better off we're getting. So with that, a timer doesn't so much help you with accuracy, but it can make your shots accurate and faster. So as we say, we like to practice, and it's just a great sport that we love doing anyways. Some of the concerns you'll see, especially with having a timer, is you come up with all sorts of neat ways to try to teach yourself to get better, more proficient at shooting, faster draws, faster second shots, whatever the case is. And having a timer can really push you to the next level by having, if you're just at home, say, and you don't have the ability to go to the shooting range or outdoors because of the weather or whatever the case is, having a shooting timer, you set the par time for whatever you think is going to be acceptable. Let's say 5 seconds to draw, put it on a fake target, pull the trigger, basically, and do a mag change. Maybe that's really simple for you, or maybe that's very hard to accomplish in 5 seconds. And over time, you should be able to decrease those times substantially with practice. I like trying to use a timer in many aspects of shooting, whether it's rifle, pistol, whatever the case is, and just coming up with different ways to make for, basically getting your sights on target faster, maybe shooting a certain amount of times at a certain set of amount of targets, and it makes it fun. So with that said, some of the simple drills we did, and I'll kind of use Farmageddon as a good example. A lot of people have never shot and walked. That's something that most people don't do. They go to the shooting range, they set the target up, they walk back, or they hit the button and the target, goes a distance from them. They shoot standing in the same position. They bring the target back in or walk back to the target, see what they got going, and that's their day of shooting. Well, to step it up, to bring it to another level, maybe you're at the point now where you feel you want to increase maybe your abilities. Yeah, using a timer is definitely going to be the way to go. So in a good example, maybe a quick trick you guys might want to try out if you have a timer or even a stopwatch with your friend, is to go ahead and put a holster on with your firearm. One round loaded in the chamber, and an additional mag in a mag holster, or whatever case you got going, or in your pocket, or whatever you want to do. So the timer goes off. You take your first shot, hopefully an accurate shot, because we definitely want to shoot. You can be as fast as you want. If you're not hitting it, it doesn't really matter. So after the slide goes back to open, go ahead and drop that magazine, feed the next one, and that magazine will have just one round in it. Take your second shot and the time will stop. And now if you do that 2, 3, 4, 10, 100 times, you're going to get to the point where your time frames are going to decrease substantially. So not only will you get a faster idea of getting your hand on the grip of the gun and drawing it in a quicker motion, you're also going to learn that you'll be able to drop the mag a little bit faster. Hopefully you're indexing the mag as you're reloading, keeping it in your workspace so you can see the target as you're loading the mag as well. And then getting back on target, squeezing the trigger once more, and those times decrease till you get to something that you feel you're very comfortable with as far as times. Another thing we did, or I did, at the end of the day on Saturday at Farmageddon was I set my rifle up, one in the chamber, full mag. There was 4 targets in different distances, I think 20, 40, 60, 80, maybe in 100. And I would set the gun on the table. I'd hit the button and I had it set for random. And then I would engage those 5 targets. And then the time would stop. And after doing this, I tried to push myself to get to a certain amount of seconds. You know, I needed to lose a few seconds, so I continued on, and finally I got to the point where I was breaking the time that I thought I should be shooting at. And the times don't really matter. If you're not familiar with a certain firearm, take your time, make sure you're safe and all that kind of stuff. But it's just fun to push yourself to get better, to get more proficient. So in the end, not only do you have something to compare yourself with later, but it's a fun competitive game you can do by yourself, just trying to beat your own time, or if you have a few buddies there, which makes it a lot of fun, is going up against your buddies. Whether you're the best one there or the worst one there, every time you do this, you're pushing yourself to be a little bit faster. So hopefully you guys have a good day. Take care, like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. And with that said, is your 6 covered? Bye. All right, so for 15 minutes, I shot probably maybe 50 something rounds, and definitely shaved off some time. My best time ended up being 3:14. I know there's a lot of competitive shooters that could blow that out of the water, but this is my journey to being better and faster. So as I get more proficient and quicker at it, I'll get better times. But we got to start somewhere. Whether it takes you 20 minutes to do that or half a second, it's an enjoyable training aid that can help you get better. So you guys take care. Like, share, and subscribe. Talk to you on the next video. Bye.